And now we're moving on to the member from Thornhill for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chair, how many cars were stolen in Canada in 2015?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, what I can indicate is that auto theft is on the rise in Canada right now.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
Does the minister know the number of cars stolen in 2015?
The Honourable Minister.
I'm aware that auto theft is on the rise in Canada as we speak.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
I'll give him one more opportunity. Does he know the number of cars stolen in 2015? It's not a difficult question.
The Honourable Minister.
I'm aware that car theft is on the rise in Canada. That's why we're taking aggressive steps to address it, including in the fall economic statement, including in the budget, including in the National Action Plan to deal with auto theft, which was announced on Monday.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
Watching at home who see that the minister doesn't want to answer questions, I will answer it for him. It's 78,849. Now, does the minister know how many cars were stolen in 2022?
The Honourable Minister.
That's 2022. The number that I'm being provided with from officials is 105,673.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
He does have answers to these questions. Can the minister tell us what percentage increase in car theft has taken place between 2015 and 2022?
The Honourable Minister.
I'm sure the member from Thornhill has a calculator, can do that calculation.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
Again, for a non-condescending answer.
The Honourable Minister.
I'm aware that car thefts have gone up, and the number of car thefts in Canada in 2022 is 105,673 vehicles. If the member is committed to combating auto theft, what I would put to her is that she should get behind the fall economic statement and budget 2024, which deals with auto theft initiatives.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
Minister, the answer is 34.1%, and I'm sure the Minister of Justice, he too can find a calculator. Can he tell us the percentage of increase in car thefts from 2015 to 2022 in the province of Ontario, his province and mine?
The Honourable Minister.
This is an increase since 2015. That is year over year.
With respect to, I appreciate that the number of car thefts are up in various provinces around the country. I do not have the statistics for Ontario.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
It's 122.5% in Ontario. How about just Toronto?
The Honourable Minister.
I'm in contact with law enforcement in Toronto, including the TPS, and they've advised me that car thefts are up. I do not have the specific quantum. What I can reflect to the member opposite is that we're taking aggressive steps to deal with car theft in Toronto and throughout.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
Contact with law enforcement, or he read the newspaper, he would know that it's 300%. Now, how many cars have been stolen from the Minister of Justice?
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
I've never had my personal car stolen.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
Mr. Speaker, that's very clever. How many cars were stolen from the Minister of Justice before this minister?
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
I'm aware that the previous minister's car that's provided to him in his capacity as minister was taken from him twice.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
Mr. Speaker, it's 3 times since 2019. Does the minister not agree that car theft is a problem?
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
I believe if the member from Thornhill was listening, I'd indicated that car theft is on the rise. Car theft is a serious problem. I've said that at the microphone many, many times, and we've taken significant steps to address it. And we've made with CBSA.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill has a minute left.
Equal time. Would the minister answer a question about why he wouldn't support mandatory minimums for those who repeat stealing cars in Ontario, all over Canada, and in Toronto?
The Honourable Minister.
As I've indicated in this chamber, there is already a mandatory minimum in place for people who are repeat offenders for auto theft.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
Mr. Speaker, it is well known that the cars that are stolen end up in the Port of Montreal, or at least many of them. 1.7 million containers are at the Port of Montreal. How many of them are scanned?
The Honourable Minister.
What I can indicate to the member opposite is that we put $28 million to do just that, scan more of those containers. containers, and that has resulted in intercepts of over 1,000 cars by CBSA in 2024, including at the Port of Montreal.
Honourable member from I'm sorry. The honourable member from Thornhill, her 5-minute time has elapsed. I do apologize. One moment, please. I'm rising on a point of order.
And I would invite you to speak with the table officers, but my understanding is that when we are in the committee of the whole, that answers are to be balanced proportionately to the time that is provided in the question. Now, I wrote down the times, and in one case, by my rough calculation, this is by no means scientific, there was actually a 14-second disparity. So I would ask that you please enforce that and enforce it strictly if I am in fact correct on this. And
I thank the honourable member, and there was one question where the honourable minister had gone over time, and the chair was giving indication, as all members saw me doing that. I do want to indicate, though, that according to the rules, as I mentioned at the front end, and I'll do this in a free translation, but we do say that the time of answer of the minister should correspond roughly, à peu près, to the time that was put for the question. In most cases, the time came in under time. I can assure the honourable member that I've been keeping track of this, and I will continue to do so, and I will endeavour to make sure that the members' times are entirely respected.